Hi, everybody, and welcome back to this week's Friday Feeling after another bank holiday weekend. And this week, I'm delighted to be joined by one of our fantastic BDMs, Carrie. And it's Carrie's first time on a show, which is a little strange considering salespeople love the camera and the limelight. But it's lovely to have you on, Carrie. And we're also joined by our Queen of Marketing, Katie. We've got plenty of good news to share this week, and this week's Friday Feeling is about good news. But we're going to start with you, Carrie. The good news is we've got you on. Finally made it onto the Friday Feeling. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, all good. It's nice to be here. It's nice to be on camera and talking to you all, and it's feeling a bit more positive. There's agent events happening and stuff like that, so it's lots to talk about.
You've done an event recently, haven't you? How did that go?
Yeah, it was really good. So it was the first event we've done in months. It was down in Leeds, and it was called the Back to Travel Showcase, and we had nearly 80 agents turn up in the end. Really, really good. They were really keen to see the suppliers. Normally at these events, agents turn up, they'll have a bit chat, they'll eat and they'll run. Well, they didn't. Everyone was like, they really wanted to see the suppliers, they really wanted to interact. In the end, we were like, right, come on, I think we're gonna have to go now. But it was brilliant. It was really nice to see them. And because I haven't been on the road, I haven't seen those agents for so long. So it was nice to see so many old faces, but also some new ones. And also what I noticed is a lot have actually moved from retail stores to home working now, but they're still coming to the event. So it was interesting to see how their landscape had changed a little bit as well.
Great. I mean, it's good to see that the landscape is certainly changing in the retail arena. And whilst you guys have been doing a fantastic job, multi-skilling and helping out in CSC, we are now coming to the end of the road because we know in a month's time we're going to be welcoming Brad, and we're all looking forward to that. And that means that we'll be back doing BDMing, and we'll have a new retail strategy for us all. And I think that will really help the business, especially on the back of yesterday's news of what we launched in the trade with the Book Today Sail Away campaign. So that's great. So lots of things to look forward to. But I'm going to start this week by saying a big congratulations. And a big congratulations goes to our April Employee of the Month, who made the APT difference and who was the APT difference. And that goes to Janine. So congratulations, Janine. Really well deserved. I know it's been a really difficult month. It's been a few difficult months in the flight department, and you as Sam have done a phenomenal job. And flight changes are going to be the norm. It's just how we deal with them. So we're looking to help you out in that space, but you've done it all with a smile on your face. You put in extra hours, and you were the outstanding winner with by far the most votes in April. So well done to you. Another positive note is April sales. So April sales, it's 1.2 million of new bookings, and it all gathers towards our sales target. And a quick shout to Matt, who is now sending through those beautiful, colourful thermometers, which I love to see each week, which also highlights how close we are getting to our end of year targets, which is great. So with April behind us, we're now hoping that May will be pretty much the same. And a couple of days ago, Travel Weekly, Lucy Huxley and I got together on a video to launch our Book Today Sail Away campaign for the trade. And the focus on that was around the three following points. And I think that we had three clear, great messages to share with the trade, which should change the landscape. And like Carrie said, the trader out there, they want more of it. And we've provided it. So first of all is the incredible deals we have in market. I'll mention it on every Friday Feeling, but the Vega deals are absolutely outstanding. We've now got the Magnificent Europe on the bog off, which is buy one, get one free, which is fantastic value for money, considering that Mag Europe has been our #1 selling river cruise for many, many years. Not forgetting the wonderful Princess Eleganza and Lady Eleganza in Croatia. We've got some unreal rates, and May and June is upon us, but we need to fill those dates. And then we've also got the Canada offer, which is the upgrade from silver to gold leaf on the Rocky Mountaineer. To back that up, we've got some brilliant incentives for our trade partners. and also for you internally. Everybody is involved in the incentives, and obviously with a focus on CSC who are making the sales. And then finally, we've got the very best, our best ever, actually, family and friends rates. So don't forget to be sending those out to your family and friends. I mean, Croatia and the new Travel Marvel Vega at some unbelievable rates. So there's a piece for everybody. And this is all being wrapped up by Katie and her team in marketing, who have done a fantastic job of spinning plates, but producing some lovely pieces. And especially in the press on the weekend, they look great. They're getting some real great interaction, and we've seen some great direct sales as well. So Katie, you've been busy. What's in the pipeline?
So thanks, Paul. In the pipeline, we're firstly working really closely with the BDMs to maximise distribution opportunities with partners to make sure that all of these offers are getting further afield rather than just looking at our direct database. So working really closely with Carrie, Denise and Becky on direct mails, social elements, and also retail material to try and get these messages out and drive those sales. On top of that, we've got a Mag Europe postcard dropping next week to our database to inform them of the buy one, get one free message. We're also partnering with trail finders who are going to support us and target their database with our offers. Roll's going to do the same, and then we're going to continue with our press advertising with a sprinkling of radio advertising, which I know we all love, to try and increase the brand reach, because we've got a big job to do in terms of driving this capacity whilst Australia aren't getting the traction for these destinations. So loads of planning going on, very busy, but also looking forward to kind of Marta joining us next week for another pair of hands. So super exciting time in marketing, and hopefully we'll keep all the plates spinning and continue to drive the calls into CSC.
Great. Yeah, really good job. I mean, we've been doing a hell of a lot recently, and now with the trade launching, with the BDMs getting back out in the field soon, with Brad joining, I think that's going to be bringing more calls into the call center, but we're preparing for that, and we are taking some new people on, which I'll speak about in a moment. But you're also going to get an extra pair of hands for a while. I know Marta has done a fantastic job in documents and commercial recently, and now she joins marketing, but she will also be helping out in other departments. But marketing is her focus, and marketing was her passion, but hopefully she enjoys all of the departments, and she's doing a super job, so that's great. So Carrie, we've just heard a little bit about the trade, we've heard a little bit about what you're up to. Now it's time to play what I love, a game called All About You, and it's a time where you find out things about you that we maybe didn't know. So let's start by asking you the first question, and the first question, as always, is if you could snap your fingers and become an expert in something, what would it be? And it can't be a tennis player, because I know you're a good one of those.
Yeah, I'm working on that one anyway. No, it'd probably be loads of stuff, but probably singing. I've got a dreadful singing voice. I'll take after my dad with that, and I'm not averse to a bit of karaoke, so if I could sing properly, that would be awesome.
I love that. I'm in your club. It's a tick box. It's a tick box that we all would like to be, but we all think we're better than we are when we get on the karaoke. But trust me, you can't be worse than me. Now, something else that always interests me is, what is something you've done but will never do again?
Again, too many things, but probably all probably travel related. I've dived with great white sharks. That was a bit hairy. I don't know that I would do that again. I've stayed in shacks like at £1 a night and slept on trains so as not to pay for accommodation when we're traveling. So probably not them again. I like a bit of luxury now.
I love that. That's great. So starting as a kid, when you were a young lady, a very young lady, what did you want to be when you grew up?
nothing realistic. I wanted to be a superhero, I wanted to be an inventor. I was always pulling things apart at home and trying to make stuff. My mum and dad were like, what are you doing? And there was nothing really in my mind. I just thought something would spontaneously happen and I'd create something. So I'm still working on it.
Hey, look, you're doing well up to now. Now, Kerry, I know you're a likable character, and all your travel agent partners speak very highly of you. You're very well liked in the APT business. But if I called up one of your friends today, gave them a speed dial, and asked them 3 words to describe you, what do you think those would be?
The polite ones would probably be funny, competitive, and then I don't know, maybe like geeky or a bit daft or something like that. Yeah.
And what about the unpolite ones?
Oh, I can't tell you them.
Brilliant, I love it. And finally, this one is my favourite, and it's where we get to know a little bit more about you. You know, over the weeks, we've had some really good answers to this one. But what's one thing most people don't know about you?
Probably that I like to get on TV if I can. I've been on it a couple of times. I've been on Coast pulling a lifeboat. I've been on Pointless as a quizzer, and I've hosted a radio show and stuff. Just anything really, anything that comes up, I'll be like, yeah, I'll do that.
Brilliant. So what's the next one going to be?
Don't know. Like my sister is always sending me things going, you should apply to this one, you should apply to that one. I'd quite like to go on the Cube. That looks quite good. I think I'd be all right at that. So maybe I'll apply to that one.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Carrie. There's some great answers there, and it's good to hear that you're in a good space. Looking for that TV work, and we look forward to seeing you on ITV or BBC in the very near future. But before we draw this Friday feeding to a close, I wanted to say a couple of things, and the first one is a big welcome back to Lucy Welling, who Lucy rejoins us after a few years away. And she rejoined us on Tuesday, working in the CSC department. And we've also have 2 newbies starting on the 16th of May, which is great news. Also going into the CSC, Docks Arena and Air. And that leaves us with 1 role to fill. I know Katie's working hard with Gemma to fill and Nikki to fill that role. But just a quick reminder to say that if you know anybody or anybody in the business knows anybody that would be interested in working remotely for us at APT and Travel Marvel, then let Katie or Gemma know, and we'd love to put them in the mix. And as you were well aware, that will also earn you an extra piece in your salary once they pass the short probation period. The second part is with sadness. It really is. It's sadness for many of us. As Maddie, it's Maddie's last Friday feeling. Not sad for her, but on behalf of all of us, Maddie, we wish you the very best of luck with your new little one that's expected. And I hear it's much easier second time around, but what would I know? But we can't wait to see your new arrival. So as soon as he or she arrives, then we look forward to seeing the pictures, and we also look forward to seeing you hopefully at the summer party or the Christmas party that's coming up in the next few months. But it leaves me to say thank you very much, Carrie. You've been great. Katie, great as usual. Enjoy your weekend, everybody, and thank you again for being the APT difference.